Shouldn't you guys be fighting or something? Hate each other.
We get along. He helps me with the fur trade. I let him stay in my fort. So, I know. All right, well, gather around, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to be firing this English 6-pound cannon, or 6-pounder. Would anybody like to take a guess why we call it a 6-pounder?
Why?
Because it fires a 6-pound ball. That's exactly right. Now, I'm got some unfortunate news. You see, our supervisor does not trust us, and she will not issue us a cannonball.
So what are you
Tell
firing?
me about it. Tell me about it. So we're only going to be shooting a blank charge. It's no projectile. Lots of smoke and noise, but no splash. I know, it's disappointing. Now, normally this cannon would be crewed by 15 men. However, we're down to just one. But I assure you,
You killed the other one.
he's the best there is. For a little, that's all there is. We'll have to make do with what we've got. We're awaiting reinforcements. Now, a crew of 15 men, working efficiently, should be able to load and fire this cannon 3 to 4 times per minute. They should be able to hit a target about the size of the blockhouse at 1 full quarter mile. Now, that's this gun's maximum accurate range. We'll emphasize accurate. This gun's maximum range is 1 full mile. However, if you hit something as an artilleryman at a mile with a cannon, it's not necessarily that you're skilled, rather than very, very lucky. Now, to load this gun, our matros Jim is going to take a wad hook. He's going to run that down the barrel and give it a few twists, and that's going to dislodge any fouling that might have been left over from the previous shot.
What's your arm,
After
buddy?
he's done that, he's going to take a wet swab, dip it in a bucket of water, and then run that down the end of the muzzle as well. That's going to extinguish any sparks that might have been left over from the previous shot, because we don't want to be running down a bag of powder if there are sparks in the breech. So we're going to make sure it's nice and wet. And now, black powder and moisture don't mix, so Jim's going to now take a dry swab and run that down the muzzle as well, to hopefully dry it out before we run down our charge of powder. Now, in the 18th century, they would have used a full 1.5 pounds of powder to shoot a cannonball out 1 mile. However, we only issued 5 ounces. It's still enough, however, to make this the loudest cannon on the Great Lakes.
Cannonball?
Stick that
Cannon.
right down the muzzle of the gun. It's going to ram it down using a French crook rammer. The
French
crook
crook's
rammer allows it to stay safely off to the side of the muzzle while ramming.
That's a good idea.
The English and the Americans actually use a straight rammer, which can be a little bit more dangerous. Now the gun is loaded, but Jim now needs to set a fuse so we can actually set it off. So Jim's now going to take a position as a gunner, take a long brass pick called a gunner's pick, and run that down the punch hole. That's where the punch of the powder bag. I'll then allow him to set a fuse using a
Watch this,
cartridge of
man.
loose black powder.
That powder.
Is that gunpowder?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, to light the gun,
I just saw salsa
we
after
have
this.
slow match. Slow match is simply cotton cord soaked in saltpeter, and when it's lit, it burns very slowly and very hot, much like the end of a
Oh,
cigarette
after
does.
this is musket fire.
The slow match is held in the jaws of this linstock, and it allows us to safely fire the cannon off to the side. Jim's going to be lighting up this slow match using flint and steel and a piece of char cloth. Jim's going to strike the flint against the steel. That's going to create sparks. Hopefully he can catch some of those sparks on that char cloth. Char cloth is merely cotton cloth baked in a fire by a blacksmith. Catch a spark on that char cloth, it'll smolder. You can transfer that smoldering spark to our slow match by blowing on it. Let's see if I can do it. Get a few good sparks. Oh. I had it, and it broke off. I'm gonna try it again. Well, you don't trust the French.
Oh. Sucker punch. See how I put the The
I know
little
that
thing on there.
yeah, so
And then you blow it and it'll keep it.
Right. All right, now our slow match is lit. So Jim has the Glimstock. He will prepare to fire. I'd like to remind you that this is the loudest cannon on the Great Lakes.
Put your fingers in your ears,
If
kids.
you have a hearing aid, take it out.
Put your fingers in your ears.
Turn it down.
Juju.
Take out your
Put 'em
historically
in your
accurate
ears.
earplugs located on the ends of your fingertips and insert those in your ears at this time.
My ears,
We're
Tutu.
gonna
Put 'em
fire
in
off
yours,
this
help her,
cannon.
man.
I'll give Jim the firing command.
I'm okay.
Gunner ready, poise, fire. Oh, fire! God save the king. Now, folks, in about 10 minutes, we'll be having a musket firing in the center of the
Juju
fort
okay?
on the parade green. So I encourage you to all head right back through the water gate and check that out. Really?
Did you feel juju after that gun?
She shook.
Yeah, we should be going.
What? Was that scary? Let's go back to a couple more buildings and then we'll go.
Whoa, next is musket firing.
15 minutes.
Juju. Can we get food?